A knock at the door in the middle of the night is never a good sign. But what Erica Ridgell's parents found when they opened their front door that night wasn't a knock. It was silence. The kind of silence that shatters a family forever. Their daughter, 31-year-old Erica Ridgell, mother of three, lay lifeless on their porch. Just hours earlier, she had left her own home for what seemed like an ordinary evening. Now, someone had brought her back to the one place that should have always been safe, her childhood home, her parents' doorstep. 3 children would wake up without their mother. 2 parents would be left with questions that demanded answers, and a community would be forced to confront a reality none of them saw coming. She was a mother first and foremost. 3 children depended on her every single day, for breakfast in the morning, for help with homework, for the comfort that only a mother can provide. Those kids went to bed one night, expecting to see her the next day. They never would. Erica had deep roots in her community. Her relationship with her parents remained strong into her adult years, which makes the location of where her body was found even more devastating. The home where she grew up, where she had felt safe as a child, became the site of unimaginable horror for her family. The evening she left her house, nothing seemed out of the ordinary to those around her. She had plans, or at least a reason to go out. The details of where she intended to go that night would become crucial to investigators. But in the moment, it seemed routine. Just another evening errand, another part of normal life. The middle of the night brings a particular kind of dread when something feels wrong. For Erica's parents, that dread became their worst reality. Opening their front door to find their daughter's body wasn't something they could have prepared for. No parent should ever have to see their child that way. The porch where she might have played as a little girl, where she might have sat talking with them on summer evenings, was now a crime scene. The initial shock paralyzed them for moments that probably felt like hours. Then came the questions that flood your mind when you can't process what you're seeing. Is this real? How did she get here? When did this happen? Who did this? The call to 911 brought law enforcement rushing to the scene. But by then, there was nothing that could be done for Erica. The focus immediately shifted from rescue to investigation. First responders secured the area, knowing that every detail mattered. Every piece of evidence could be the key to finding whoever was responsible. Where did she go? Did she meet someone? Was she taken against her will? Or did she go willingly with the person who would ultimately kill her? Was there anyone who had a motive? Had there been arguments, threats, or escalating tensions in the days or weeks before her death? Sometimes the answer to who killed someone lies in understanding the dynamics of their personal life leading up to the crime. Every lead had to be pursued, every person interviewed, every piece of evidence analyzed. The pressure on investigators was immense, not just because of the nature of the crime, but because a family was waiting for answers. 3 children were waiting to understand why their mother wasn't coming home. Her family, desperate for answers, made appeals online asking for information. They shared photos of Erica, pleaded with anyone who might have seen something come forward, and tried to keep her name in the public eye. The hope was that someone out there knew something that could help solve her murder. The community responded with an outpouring of support. People who knew Erica shared memories, expressed their shock, and offered condolences to her family. Vigils were organized. Fundraisers started to help with funeral expenses and support for her children. In these moments, social media showed its best side, bringing people together in grief and solidarity. But platforms that can unite can also divide and distort. As the case gained attention, rumors began to spread. People who had never met Erica, who knew nothing about the actual investigation, started sharing theories. Some of these theories were baseless speculation. Others were outright false information presented as fact. Armchair detectives emerged, convinced they could solve the case from their keyboards. While some people online did try to help by sharing legitimate information or tips, others created noise that made it harder for investigators to do their jobs. Law enforcement had to sift through countless messages, separating credible leads from conspiracy theories and attention-seeking claims. The viral nature of the case also put additional pressure on Erica's family. They were grieving the loss of a daughter and mother while watching strangers dissect every aspect of their lives online. Privacy became impossible. Every statement they made was analyzed, Every photo scrutinized, every connection questioned. This is the double-edged sword of the social media age. Cases that might have gone cold decades ago now have the potential to be solved because of public awareness and digital tips. But that same attention can harm investigations, spread misinformation, and inflict additional trauma on families who are already suffering. For Erica's parents, already deal with the unimaginable pain of finding their daughter's body on their porch, the public nature of the case added another layer of difficulty. They wanted justice. They wanted answers. But they also wanted their daughter to be remembered as more than just a viral true crime case.
What's up, y'all? So y'all know the girl who got murdered. That was my homegirl. Me and Erica, we wasn't as close, but you know, us growing up together and going to the same school, that was like family to me. You feel what I'm saying? I hate that I'm days late about going up to a Smash Burger where she had her last meal at. So me being me, my feelings is getting hurt. Every day I'm on Facebook, reading statuses, reading people posts, people making themselves look like they have something to do with it. I'm not going to blame nobody. I'm not going to point the finger at nobody. What I'm going to do is ask these people at the Smash Burger where she had her last meal at, who was she with? What kind of car did they have? You feel me? I'm going to ask all that. On top of that, every time I seen Erica, we spoke, took each other numbers down, whatever. Hey, you been all right? How your kids? But like I said, I'm not going to point the fingers at nobody. Like, my feelings is hurt because our kids, you know when kids lose their parents, that shit hurt. So, y'all blaming she took a bad pill. If she took a motherfucking pill, why nobody thought to call the EMS? Why nobody thought to take her to the ER? Any fucking thing. Y'all see her saying this will happen. She did this. She took this. Why nobody took her to the emergency room? Why nobody do that? You placed the dead body on somebody's mama porch. Nobody thought to call the EMS or nothing. Nothing. I don't know if y'all can see the Smash Burgers. The motherfucking sun is beaming. My girl done made it to heaven. We love you, E. But anywho, I'm on my way across the street. And I am going to this G-Way after. So we about to get to the bottom of this. I'm so motherfucking mad this happened to her. Okay, I'm at the Smash Burger. So you said she came up here, Erica, right? I'm not even trying to put your face on the internet. So she was in a car by herself?
I'm not sure.
She was in a car. It looked like she was in a car with somebody.
I do remember that. Oh yeah, she did come with a boy.
She came with a boy?
Yeah.
Like, do you know how he look?
No.
So she was in a car with a dude.
I don't know if they're in the car, but she was with someone. I don't know if
She
they were
was
together or if they were just talking. I'm not sure.
So you did see her
Yeah.
come up here and get
I
her
remember
food.
that thing.
You remember her? She got murdered. They set her on her mother's porch. You know what I'm saying? So she was with a guy. Is that what you're saying? Like, it don't look like she had a car, like she drove.
I think she was in the driver's seat or passenger. Honestly, I'm not
Passenger.
sure. I'm not sure, but she was here.
She was here. I wonder, can the gas station people run their cameras back? You know what I'm saying? Okay, when she was here, did you see her go to that gas station?
We were pretty busy when she...
What is this boy called? I can't get in his song.
The investigation into Erica Ridgell's murder moved forward with the determination her case deserved. Detectives followed every lead, interviewed every possible witness, and analyzed all available evidence to find out who was responsible for taking her life and leaving her body on her parents' porch. As the investigation progressed, the pieces of that terrible night began to come together. The hours between when Erica left her house and when she was found started to make sense. Investigators identified people of interest, pursued leads that emerged from both traditional detective work and tips from the community. The resolution of this case, the arrest made, charges filed, or ongoing pursuit of justice, represents the next chapter in a story that will never truly end for Erica's family. For her parents, no arrest will erase the memory of that night. For her children, no conviction will bring their mother back. Justice in cases like this is complicated. It means holding someone accountable for an unforgivable act. It means giving a family some sense of closure, even though the wound will never fully close. It means sending a message that lives matter, that victims deserve to be valued, that communities will not accept violence against their members. But justice also means remembering Erica Ridgel as more than a victim. She was a mother who loved her children. She was a daughter whose parents cherished her. She was a person with hopes, struggles, relationships, and a life that mattered long before it was taken from her. The 3 children she left behind will grow up with the stories their family tells them about their mother. They'll see photos, hear memories, and try to piece together an understanding of the woman they lost too soon. Her parents will carry their grief while trying to ensure that Erica's children know how much they were loved by the mother they barely got to know. This case also serves as a lasting reminder of how fragile life can be. Erica left her house one evening and never came home. There was no dramatic warning, no chance to say real goodbyes, no time to prepare for the end. That's the nature of sudden violence. It steals not just life, but all the moments that should have come after. For those of you watching, Erica's story should resonate as more than just another true crime case. It's a call to pay attention to the people around you, to check in on loved ones, to trust your instincts when something doesn't feel right, to create communities where people look out for each other instead of looking away. It's also a reminder about how we engage with these stories online. When you comment, when you share, when you discuss cases like this, remember that real people are reading your words. Erica's family might see what you write. Her children might someday search for their mother's name and find your comments. Speak with the respect and empathy you'd want if this were your family's tragedy. Erica Ridgel deserved to watch her children grow up. She deserved to grow old with the people who loved her. She deserved a life that extended far beyond 31 years. The fact that someone took that from her is what brings us here today, demanding that her story be told and that justice be served. If this case has affected you, I want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment sharing what stands out to you about Erica's story. What do you think needs to change to prevent tragedies like this from happening? What can we do as individuals and communities to protect the vulnerable and support those who've been victimized? And if you have any information about this case or any case we cover, please reach out to the appropriate law enforcement agencies. Your tip, no matter how small it might seem, could be the piece investigators need to bring someone to justice. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring enough about Erica Ridgel's story to make it to the end of this video. Every victim deserves to have their story told with dignity, with truth, and with the respect that comes from remembering they were real people who mattered to someone. Erica Ridgel was a mother of 3. She was someone's daughter. She was a member of a community. And she deserves so much more than the ending she received. Rest in peace, Erica. Your story won't be forgotten.